Hey guys, this is Candace with Astrology.com, and I'm bringing you your new moon and Capricorn highlights. Coming to you from Florida, so it's crazy here. It's beautiful. It's like 80 degrees. So I wish those of you guys who are in the colder weather could be seeing this. It's pretty awesome. Gonna do things a little bit differently today. We're gonna talk to you guys about not only the new moon, but how we progress into the full moon and then the waning moon. That's gonna be coming in January, just so we get a whole wrap up of the month and what to be expecting. So you'll get to see how that works at the end of this. But first, let's go ahead and let's get into talking about what's going on the 28th and the 29th. Now, the 28th, the new moon in Capricorn hits at 8 degrees, and it's going to be here at 10:53 Pacific Standard Time. Interesting stuff. I mean, we're in the middle of a Mercury retrograde right now in Capricorn. We're seeing that on the 29th, the moon will be conjunct Pluto, which is going to be very interesting. And also, we're also seeing this like T-square going on between Jupiter and Pluto and transiting Uranus. Shifting perspectives. That's the one thing that I've kind of noticed over the overall theme in general is shifting perspectives, but also power struggles. Where are you blocked? Where is your power being held back? Be that through other people, through business relationships, or perhaps even with yourself, and how can we get that power back? So that's the big thing. Quick, exciting opportunities are actually being presented to us during this time, and part of that is because Uranus is getting ready to go direct. So when that happens, you can kind of expect the unexpected. Some things will just kind of come out of nowhere, and it doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be bad. I'm actually seeing it being really great, but I think that we're going to be that either through reviewing what's going on at the end of this year and what we've been dealing with, or reviewing relationships that we have with other people where there may be power struggles and where there's room to improve. So then we've got also the sun and the moon and Pluto all conjunct is going to also be bringing up issues of power and power struggles and highlighting where those may be coming from. And so when we think Capricorn has to do with the 10th house, and it has to do with our relationship in the outside world, our relationship with authority figures, with men, with our fathers, and how we're dealing with that and how we're able to kind of keep balance in regards to that. So I think the Mercury retrograde lends energy to being able to really cue in on where we need to do work in some of these relationships. Also, what we're capable of achieving in general. The Mercury retrograde is actually going to be dipping back into Sagittarius later going in January. And when that happens, it's going to get really close to Saturn. And so Saturn is the keeper of time. I don't think a lot of people, recognize it to be that in general. I think a lot of people see it as the taskmaster, but Saturn also rules time. So when we see the new moon in Capricorn, it's asking you, what are you doing to better manage your schedule? How are you managing your time? And it's not just about physical time. I think it's talking about what we're putting into our work, what we're putting into our relationships, what we're putting into our job, and just what we're trying to do in general, and how can we be better setting intentions to get the job done in a more time-efficient way. You're also going to notice that, it's not just about that. It's scheduling, it's structure, it's how you're getting your work done. Some of you guys are going to be making improvements or changes to your business or to your schedule. So that's going to be very positive, especially to be doing it during the retrograde. You're reviewing and going over what needs to be corrected or what needs to be updated. So that's actually going to be a positive change. Some other notes that I have here is you're going to see people speaking out. And I think part of that has to do with just Mercury and the Pluto and what's going on there. You're going to be seeing that people are more likely to feel like they need to be heard. So this is an excellent time to be speaking or your feelings after a little bit of review, of course, at that retrograde. But you'll notice a lot more people are going to be speaking out and talking about how they feel. And I think a lot of that is going to be the Pluto-Moon conjunction. And figuring out where we're going over this next year. I mean, this is such a powerful time to be setting New Year's intentions, just a matter of almost hours, if not a couple days, right before New Year's Eve. I think it's really great to be able to sit and decide, where do I go next? How can I achieve my goals? Similar to that, of Capricorn, climbing up the mountain to get the highest perspective in that 10th house space. You really want to think, how can I really spend the next 6 months dominating what it is I'm working at and really, really, really doing well? And what motives are driving me? Am I in alignment with those motives? Are these appropriate? Do I have my own priorities straight to be able to get the job done that I want to be getting done? And does it resonate with me appropriately? On the 29th, like I said, Uranus is going to station direct. So this is going to be kind of interesting because we see a lot of major changes. I think when this planet goes direct, I think that there may be some epiphanies, and that tying into the new moon, you may suddenly go, you know what? I've decided that in terms of my career or in terms of finances, I would rather be doing X, Y, Z. So write it down, guys, write it down, because the Mercury retrograde is bringing you messages. It's not just bringing you the opportunity to review, but it's actually going to show you different perspectives. And this is also going to show you different perspectives in relationships. So expect that. The 30th, we see Mars enter Pisces. And so I talked about this a little bit in the last video that I did. And I had said that, Mars being in Pisces is kind of an interesting energy, but I think that it's going to be very internal. I think it's going to be very subconscious. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to do a lot of spiritual work or to do a lot of spiritual clearing. I think Mars is going to really kind of help you kick either your intuition or kick, your spiritual sense into overdrive and really help work out a lot of these things that are coming up. And it can be a good thing. I just feel like between that and, Pisces, Chiron and Pisces getting squared by Pluto, you're going to see a little bit of some people who are sensitive and some things that are coming up. There's no coincidence that this is happening around the holidays. I think that we're seeing that there may be, Capricorn, it's about our ancestry as well, but there may be situations or family dynamics or relationships that come up during this time that are asking us to review and make things better. And so we had also talked about with the new moon, the last full moon, there was the opportunity to bring the old and the new. And so these are all connected. Once we get into Christmas time, pretty much I feel like the 23rd through about the 26th, 27th, all of these things are going to be coming up. And then we're going to have the opportunity to say, okay, what do I need to be doing differently? Especially those of you guys who are in a family business or helping run a family business, you may feel this so much more intensely. It's the same thing goes for all the cardinal signs. I feel like the cardinal signs are really going to feel this one. They're really going to benefit from that. And that's not just your sun sign, that's also your moon and your ascendant. So that would be Aries and that would be Cancer, Capricorn, as well as Libra, guys. Hang in there because this is actually really asking us to open things up and to make changes for the better in our relationships and on our business relationships as well. So set those New Year's intentions because they're definitely going to be pretty powerful this new moon cycle. A lot of you guys seem to really like talking about the herbs or the oils and the things that you can utilize during this time, so I put together a little mix for you that I really like to use for Capricorn. So that would be rosemary, chamomile, tarragon, and caraway. These are an excellent blend that you can actually, like I said, whenever it's an earth, I like to kind of keep it on me. That's just my opinion, but you can also take a combination of this and you can put a little bit of it in a candle. You can take a little bit of this and you can steep it in some water and put it into a bath or burn it over a charcoal, whatever you would prefer, but these are associated with that. So let's say you have time off right now from work and you're not going back to the beginning of the year. It would be an excellent time to burn some of these on a charcoal or even use them in a candle and to sit and meditate and actually start to strategize where you're going forward if you're wanting to be making some changes, or if you're wanting to really kind of get your business more out there and seen, how you can figure out ways to be getting that done, or ways that you can be better communicating with people to get some more positive things going on in your line of work. If you like to work with stones, I'd highly recommend working with garnet or working with emerald. Yes, they're pricey. If you guys have them, good for you. You can wear it. You can meditate with those. But also, probably the easiest thing that you can do, and what I really enjoy doing during the new moons in Capricorn, is go hiking. Go and get, go somewhere with elevation. Go on a hike where you can see something, where you can look down at things, where you can feel empowered, and really feel like you're doing everything that you can be to getting a higher vantage point. And it's so grounding at this time because this Mercury retrograde is kind of a little bit crazy. I'm seeing it a lot with a lot of my clients who are having difficulties in trying to get things wrapped up in the end of the year with business. And as always, we see a little bit of technical difficulties with our electronics and our TVs and our phones and our computers. But I think that as we get closer to this moon, whatever issues we've been having with communication is really going to kind of be foreshadowed. And after dealing with the retrograde for a couple days, this is an excellent way to be going, okay, how can we avoid this, and how can we be making sure that we've got everything kind of handled appropriately to make sure that business runs smoothly. So you may want to go on a hike to clear your mind and to be able to kind of really picture where you see yourself in 6 months. And this is for everyone. This doesn't just apply to one particular sign. You'll find that any intentions that you're setting on or around New Year's are really going to pack a punch. So really make sure that you're thinking about it. And this is a great time to be, like I said, evaluating your relationships with significant men in your life. Especially fathers, husbands, authority figures. This is going to be a really powerful time for you to be able to get where you're going with them after being able to review what the dynamic is. So that is that for you guys. I'm pretty excited. I just want to kind of move in now. So we said that we've got the new moon on the 28th in Capricorn. The impending full moon will be January 12th, 2017, which will be in Cancer, the opposing sign for Capricorn. After that, on the 27th of January 2017, we will have a new moon in Aquarius, and that's the waning moon. So I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I've got a spread for you guys that I'm really kind of excited to try out here. We're going to pull 3 cards. That's going to give us an idea of what we need to be focusing on for these each individual cycles. So the first thing is we've got this new moon in Capricorn, and the 3 cards that I pull is, working with the Morgan Greer deck, if you guys haven't seen that. It's cute, my little travel tin. So, I've got the first 3. So the first one is the 8 of Pentacles, okay? And the 8 of Pentacles is talking about work. What we're working on, honing in on our skills and really working to the best of our abilities. So this is an excellent way to be focusing on that new moon. Then we've got the Queen of Wands. I love that pairing. This is talking about what drives you, be that creatively or spiritually, or what you're wanting to create and working with the element of fire. It's also pretty swift. It moves very quickly and very inspirational. And then the Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is awesome. I see this as it's about doing something for yourself. It's also bringing you something new, and that paired with the Queen is the ability to learn something or really develop something. So perhaps during the new moon, you're wanting to really focus on what can you be, and remember, Pentacles can be money too. What can you be focusing on, or what can you be working on that's literally setting a new intention, but really honing in on your craft. So perhaps those of you guys who are in creative fields, you're looking to kind of pick up either a class, or you're doing something that's going to improve your creative abilities or your ability to get work done more efficiently. Maybe this is also setting new financial intentions and really being able to work with somebody. If you are more so on the creative end that you need somebody to work with, that's going to be help you managing your business stuff. Excellent. Really, really, really great. So this is what you guys can be expecting from the new moon. As we're getting into the full moon, that's going to be in Cancer. I'm going to give you guys a couple of cards for that as well. Okay, these are really great cards. Okay, so here's the first one. So the first one is the 4 of Pentacles. So this is about holding on tight. This is also about being grounded, but being sure to focus on where we're holding on to something too strongly and where we're not willing to let go. And then I've got the Ace of Cups, just about beginnings in love, how we feel about those who we love, or how we're nurturing a new love or a new beginning and a new emotional connection. So appropriate for Cancer. And then we have the World. So let's think about a full moon, guys. This is a cultivation. This is a completion. This is an end of a cycle. I see the same thing with the World card. So I really feel like this applies to us. And I think that if there's something we need to let go of, if there's something we need to complete, if there's something we need to honor and release, then do it. Let it be done. The World says if you let it go, we're starting new chapters, we're starting new cycles. I think that, cardinal signs are so good about being able to get things moving and being able to integrate new energy into our lives. So it's important to not hold on to things too strongly and not to be too attached to something. That way we can let in the new, and the new being the Ace of Cups, the new love, new beginnings. Now we're going to get into the waning moon, which is going to be for Aquarius, and that'll be on the 27th. Okay, so this is what we've got here. Queen of Cups, emotional, lots of cups, but this is how we feel emotionally, how we connect. This can be also relationship with female figures. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So this is about a message, and this is about being direct. This could be being direct about your emotions and how you're feeling. And then we've got the Death card. So how appropriate, you know, I feel like those two go hand in hand. I mean, I think that what we see with New Moon in Aquarius is we do see a lot of new beginnings, obviously, but I feel like it also has to do with social groups, and I think it has to do with where we're going and what we're doing, because it rules the 11th house. So being able to connect with groups or being able to connect with friendships, this may be something that you need to squash. So if we're looking at the full moon in Cancer, it may be finally coming to the realization that we need to let something go, that we need to let it be, and we need to be right with it in ourselves. But then we move on to the new moon in Aquarius, and the Death card is like, oh, we're starting again, we're starting new. So you may be finding that once you've actually gotten your closure in the beginning of January, the end of January with the new moon, maybe so delivering the message, you know, talking about it, being able to get it done. Plus, it's going to be around the end of the retrograde. You know, we still may be in the shadow period, but still, you know, anything that comes up during the retrograde, you may actually want to sit with and mull it over a little bit before deciding that you really want to have that conversation, so you get the clarity that you need. But I feel like this is very applicable. I just want to also very quickly just do a run through, just so I can make sure I get all of my signs covered with everything that you guys wanted to know about. But just touching on, you know, the 12 zodiacs. Aries, I want you guys this month to be thinking about what's going on with what your value is. If there is ever a time for you to be considering asking for a raise or really kind of taking the initiative and knowing your worth, this is the month that you do it. Taurus, you're going to see changes in your thinking patterns. You just need to be patient with relationships this month, okay? Because they are building. I'm seeing opportunities for new spiritual teachers to be coming in and working with you as well. And just remember, it's important for you guys to keep it real this month, because there is some opportunity for illusion. So be patient. The people who are coming in are coming in. They're doing it at their own time. Geminis, this month you guys have the opportunity to tear down financial blocks and to start some new positive intentions in regards to what's going on with being able to make money and your financial situations. Cancer, so revelations in situations with your partner and realizing, you know, what your partner needs from you, both in love and in business. You have the opportunity to really kind of get everything out, get everything clear, and make new intentions to be able to work together better. Leo, I'm seeing positive opportunities for your health and being able to really make health a priority this month, on top of potentially looking for new job opportunities and them coming out of mid-air. So keep your ears out if you are looking for jobs or positions. I think that especially between now and the end of the year, it's very possible that you could find something on a whim that you didn't even expect. Virgo, having fun with children, doing some soul searching and really kind of realizing, you know, where you stand with some people in some relationships. And that whole theme is, who do you love? You know, who do you love? You may realize that you have a deeper emotional connection with somebody than you actually thought you did, and it's actually just presenting itself now. Libra, go over the details this month. Breaking free of issues in regards to patterns within your family. If there are, you know, issues going on with your family, be that whether you live with them or you don't live with them, you're going to be seeing that everything is brought to the surface this month, giving you the opportunity to make changes, to have a better interaction with them. And you also may be seeing some conclusion going on in regards to your home situation, and really being able to learn from your partners this month. It's very, very, very partner oriented for you. Scorpio, finding your voice and expressing yourself. Also, you may be renegotiating contracts. So if you're looking over contracts and there's something you don't like, make sure you speak up and speak your voice and ask for time to be able to go over it until you feel good about what you're agreeing to. Sagittarius, values of love and romance, releasing tendencies to be too attached to materialistic objects. I call this month our priority check for Sag, because I do think they're going to be realizing that there's so much that they have to value that is not necessarily a physical or a material thing. Capricorn, this is your moon, guys. Self-development and accountability is the big thing that I see for you this month. Reframing how you speak to people and how receptive people can be to your tone, and being able to also re-strategize just how you carry yourself in general. Aquarius, spiritual healing, making new acquaintances, being able to connect more so with groups of people, and just being able to really nurture yourself and kind of starting to ask a little bit more in regards to what's going on beneath the surface, and getting more involved in things, you know, of this nature, of astrology, of anything that has to do with spiritual development, and connecting to your higher self is very positive this month. And then Pisces, I think that you guys are my favorite. Improved finances, quality time, sharing hopes and dreams and plans with groups of people and friends and family. Also, lots of partying, guys. I see lots of social opportunities for you to get down and to do what you guys do best. I know that a lot of Pisces like to dance, so looks like you'll be enjoying yourselves this month, especially as we start to see what's going on in New Year's with Mars. You guys will be pretty active. I hope this was helpful. I was glad I got a chance to talk to you guys while I was on my trip. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can at astrology.com. And until next time, I will see you guys at the end of this year. And enjoy your holidays and be safe. Bye.